Welcome back to the Jesse Grows channel, where everything is totally fine. Oh, hold on. Shit. Yo, what is up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Didn't get a video out last week. I did film some stuff. I didn't really finish any projects. Just never got the video together. Didn't get her done. So, this week, just a couple updates. We've got Mr. Frank moved. He is our barred rock rooster. He's our first rooster here at this property. Came with our rescue flock. Let's see if I get it to zoom in there for focus. He's an old bird. He's always been in rough shape, even when we first got him. That's actually why I named him Frank. It's named after Frank Gallagher from that TV show Shameless. If anyone's ever seen that show, I'm sure you know how hilarious the dad is in that show. But anyways, when I combined the two flocks, Frank and Pierre obviously did not get along. Anyone who keeps roosters knows that roosters have three things on their mind. They all start with an F. The first two are fighting and food. The third one, I'll let you figure that one out. So, since Frank's always been a good rooster, and he's pretty much a pet at this point, I've decided to move him into the chicken tractor. And him and his girlfriend, honestly, it's probably his sister, but she's this other barred rock. She's one of our original birds from this flock too. I didn't think she was laying eggs, but we had 2 eggs in here this morning. So I'm gonna assume, I don't think Frank laid those eggs. So, but we'll just leave them in the chicken tractor. I'll probably add one more in there. Both of those hens are from the original flocks. They never got names, but they're Frank's buddies. And Frank can live out the rest of his, at least the summer, in this chicken tractor. We'll just cruise him around all this grass back here. I saw nothing but benefits from moving the chicken tractor through this area last year. We're gonna call it the geriatric chicken mobile, and they'll go on tour this summer. You can already see where they sat yesterday, and yeah, should be good. Welcome, Frank, you rough looking mofo. All right, so we got that done. I also took my little Justin Rhodes style mini chickshaw out of the main coop here. Just free up some space. I don't really need it anymore. I'm actually thinking about selling it. If anyone locally is watching this video and you're interested in it, hit me up. I'll make you a great deal on it. I'll sell it for less than the materials I have in it. There's nothing wrong with it. If you have a flock of just like 6 birds, perfect. But that's not what I have. And I don't foresee having just 6 birds anytime soon. So I'll get it into someone else's hands. Hey, Pierre. Well, you messing with Frank, huh? So here's our Justin Rhodes mini chickshaw. I'll get all this plastic pulled off of it. Get it all cleaned up. The top lid opens. This door folds down. Like I said, I'll get it cleaned up. It's got 2 little nesting boxes back in there. Overall, it's a great design. I'd make a couple little tweaks to it, which I actually believe he has. There's a newer design. Like one thing, the axles move further back so it's not so tippy. If you're interested in that, hit me up. Made this little garden bed last week. I made a short about it. I'd filmed a little bit of my construction. It's just simple little bed. We also got our street sign flower bed moved. We got some chives planted in there. I've got bananas coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get this one back here. Oh, one over here. And this is the hardy banana. I will actually at some point probably dig up all but one of those. We'll transplant them, plant them back out here in the yard. Last year I planted Cavendish bananas, which is that's the banana you buy in the grocery store here in the States. Does not, I don't know, it's still a little early, but does not look like they're gonna come back this year. I made a pruning mistake last year. I didn't know what I thought had died. After the first frost, they got, they just turned black and slimy and started falling over. So I came out here and chopped them down and very excitedly used them to make some compost. Oh, little did I know, that actually stimulates growth, and they took off again. So that's part of the reason I suspect they may not come back. I grow these bananas just purely for fun. I never think or imagine that I'm going to get a harvest off of them. This garlic's looking gangbusters, coming in nicely. Last weekend I uncovered this bed. I put our second round of Swiss chard in, half of it, and the second round of lettuce in this other half. And later today, we're gonna plant, I've got 120 onion bulbs we'll throw in there. And then we'll finish the bed off with something else. And we'll fold up one of those tarps and put it away probably. The other tarp we'll lay out right here in front of these other beds. That'll work for now, till the tornado comes and takes my tarps away. This will be my total area for the garden in the front for this year. We'll get 2 more beds there, and then we'll get 2, maybe 3 beds. That is not exactly a big area, especially for a market garden. But this is kind of a learning year for me. Every year's a learning year, but so I'm not as worried about production as I am just getting stuff built. The infrastructure required to farm and homestead often is more time consuming than the actual act of growing some plants, harvesting, planting seeds. I just want to make sure all that's done, all my systems are dialed in before I get super carried away with this next year. But it is actually a pretty good sized space. You can grow an amazing amount of food in, what will that be, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 maybe 30-inch beds that are 25 foot long. I'm going to smooth that bed out a little bit. My handy dandy rake here, and I'll show you what we're planting in there. We got these at Tractor Supply, or oh no, I think I got them at Home Depot. Any of those types of stores have these in stock right now. Each bag's got 60. You got your red and your classic white, because you can't cook Mexican food without white and red onions. And these are definitely not a commercial quantity of this. This is just for me and the family, just kind of like the garlic. Hopefully with the garlic I can save some, and we'll have seed garlic for next year. So. I don't know the exact measurements, probably 6 inches maybe. We're gonna do them in rows of 4, and there's 60 holes there. So let's plug these in real quick. Got those planted. That's I don't know, it's probably about 110 onions, not quite the 60 bag as advertised. Have just a little under half a bed left. Let's plant some carrots in it. So we've got our earthway seeder here. Got our carrot plate. It says carrots on there somewhere. Cabbage, onions, endive, turnips, and lettuce. Oh, maybe it's not the carrot plate. Oh yeah, there it is. Carrot. I bet you guys saw that. I didn't. We're gonna click it into seeder here. As you can see, or may know, carrot seeds are very small. And the earthway seeder is not known for being a very precision machine. There's another seeder made by a company called Jang. It uses a roller kind of seeder instead of a plate. They are a lot more precise. You can plant lettuce, carrots with them, and not have to worry about seeds sporadically. They miss seeds. They drop 3 seeds instead of 1. Blah, blah, blah. Seeding carrots by hand also really sucks. So we're gonna rake this other half of this bed out, and I'm going to use the earthway and seed some carrots with it. It's not gonna be perfect, but that's okay. I think we'll do 4 rows, and it's just a half a bed. It's not even quite half a bed. Let's get you guys set up. All right, so we actually did 5 rows there, but now we're gonna empty the leftover seed in the seeder back into the package, and we'll get some water going on that bed. All right, excuse me, allergies. We got 5 beds in this garden, all planted out. Kind of taking a break from building more beds the last couple weeks. But now that we got those all planted out, gonna have to build some more beds next weekend. Seed started here. Definitely late, but not so late that can't do it. Got some basic pro mix here. Break all this up. So we got our trays of soil filled here. Kind of skipped past a few things. Sorry about that. This first tray we did Salad Nova lettuce, which is a cut and come again lettuce. We've got like a red, a green, and then there's an incised, which means like the edges are ruffled. It is a pelleted seed, as you can see there. And I've kind of went through and just pushed each one down, and I'm gonna sprinkle a layer of soil on top of that, and that tray will be done. Okay, we got our Pueblo chilies all seeded in. Once again, I'm just gonna sprinkle some dirt over the top of it, spray them down a little bit. That tray will be good. So we got this tray did. We've got half jalapeno, and then we've got half chamayo pepper. Both of these seeds I saved from last year. Seeds were grown here on this property. Kind of excited to see how these perform this year. And this tray is all tomatoes. Oh, Sweet Prince right here from Row 7 Seeds. And Crimson Sprinter from Pueblo Seed Co. And then the whole back half of the tray is some seed I saved from my best performing tomato plants last year. Just saying a lot because my tomatoes did not perform at all last year. I got them out late. My starts were kind of stunted. We had a lot of heat last year. Tomatoes, they'll grow fine in the heat, but they're not very productive. So once things cooled down, they just never really recovered. And I wasn't really happy with anything I grew, except for whatever I saved the seed of. And I'm not entirely sure what it is. It may be these Crimson Sprinters from Pueblo Seed Company, but I'm not exactly sure. Obviously they did well enough for me to save them. So we'll see what they are. Only time will tell. So I've got them sitting here inside our kitchen. We've got our houseplant shelf. Just cleared off some space. I've got some of those LED lights. I've got a thermostat for a heat mat that I've got to go find. I'll stick a piece of insulation underneath all of this, and then we'll put the heat mat on top of that. I got a piece of the Thermal Max insulation, cut it to sit inside my shelf. Got my little thermostat plugged in. We've got our heat mat here. Just gonna run that. I've got another one I've got to find. These come in a variety of shapes and sizes. This one is designed for one single tray. We're going to use it for two. It's not ideal, but it'll work. And so we set it on there, something like that. We'll put my tray of peppers and chilies on the mat. Peppers and chilies both need more heat in the soil to germinate than tomatoes do, or the lettuce that's there. So I think chilies would be the best use of this mat. Thermostats come with this little thermometer probe. I've seen people stick it in the soil. I've seen people just stick it close to the soil, like inside a humidity dome like that. When I'm doing vegetable starts, I just stick it inside the tray. And that will do that. So we'll set it to, let's say, 75 degrees. Okay, yeah, we'll set it to 75. You just have to hold this set button down for a few minutes. Hit that, we're at 73.2. Once the area inside this tray warms up to 75 degrees, the little computer in here will tell that heat mat to shut off until it drops back below 75. I will spray these with just a little misting gun once or twice a day. The chilies, I think we'll put humidity domes on them, but we'll probably have to wait till tomorrow to get those. Within a week, we should see tomatoes coming up, lettuce even sooner possibly. The chilies can take a little bit longer, but I'll keep you guys updated. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps up the video for today. I'd like to thank you for watching, liking, subscribing. I hope you found this video useful. Feel free to share it with your friends. We'll get back to regular weekly video drops, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye, people.